This is the story of a boy named Victor. Victor, 8 years old, was an average boy from the slums of Intramuros. Like the other boys, he went to school and had hobbies of his own. Together with his mother and father, they lived a fair life. Victor's father, a good-natured man, is a worker on the docks. Once, his father got involved in a strike against the unjust compensation they are receiving. Little did they know that this episode will change their lives forever.
They're way beyond the limits. They've been depriving us of our wages for months. All of this crookedness must be stopped. We're moving on with this strike.
Can you not just be contented with what they give you, love? Stay away from those trouble as much as you can, okay?
And what? Just let them kick me out like the others? Oh, hello there, Victor. How was your day?
Just normal. What were you talking about, Tatang?
It's nothing, son. Don't mind us. Now, who would like to walk with me and eat some chicharon?
Let's go now, Tai.
Together, the father and son walked along the boulevard, looking at the ships and the beautiful night sky. For the days that followed, Victor's father would go home late at night, exhausted but excited. Victor's mother started arguing less.
All we need is a little more patience, love. They'll give us what we want in time. I'm very sure of it.
Sure, I know you can. I'm sure you'll get what you deserve.
4 months after the strike began, the silence of the piers was broken by the rumble of 6x6 trucks.
Easy, easy, friends. Don't be afraid. They won't hurt us.
Huelga kami! Huelga kami!
But they were wrong. When the trucks did advance, 3 workers had been ran over, while 2 others were shot dead. One of them was Victor's father. Later that evening, the news was relayed to Victor's mother, and she fell into hysterics. Victor, young poor Victor, cowered in the shadows. One evening, Victor's mother brought home a stranger and introduced the two to each other.
Victor, he will be your new tatang.
No, he's not.
Victor was adamant and didn't want a stranger in their life.
Hey, your son is rude. Just ditch him already.
We'll live tomorrow and he'll be out of our lives forever.
The next day,
Mom, where are you? Mom!
your mother went on a long vacation. For the meantime, she asked me to give you a job as a newspaper boy.
When will she back, Uncle?
Don't expect her return. She's as good as gone. Now I want you to report at the plant every night at 9 o'clock. You can sleep outside the offices and then wake up before 4 a.m. It's up to you to distribute the papers. Here are the addresses of some regular customers.
I understand, Uncle. Thank you for this, sir.
Victor did go to the office, but on his way there, he was greeted by newsboys in the dispatcher's section.
Our work here is rush, rush, rush. You've got to be listo. Got it?
Yes, I understand. I'll be a good newsboy.
No, you won't. From among the group, one of them stood out, and Victor didn't know that he was about to meet his would-be best friend.
Come, smoke with me.
But I don't smoke, and I don't know how.
Just come and eat with me then.
But I have no money.
Sige, sige. I'll pay for you. Aling pasing, lumpia at coke nga po. Here, take it. I'm Nasho, by the way. What was your name again?
I'm Victor. Thanks for the food. I'm really hungry.
So, you're the new boy. Just a piece of advice, be careful in the road. I got sideswept before. Anyhow, I'm now the fastest newsboy in Manila.
Thanks for the advice. Nasho?
Victor was grateful with his luck in finding such a fine friend. Later that evening, the first edition was distributed. The nighttime silence returned once more to the area. Victor settled himself on the pavement. He felt tired and sleepy. He thought about his father, his mother, and the stranger, Tio Pedring, and the day's events. Then sleep consumed him.
Yes! My very first sale. Better get going.
Victor moved on with selling and had only 3 unsold papers by the end of the day.
Uncle, I'm sorry. I didn't sell them all.
You are actually lucky. The others had much more on their first night.
I'm glad. I'll go now, Tia.
Hey, Victor!
Oh, Nasho! How are you doing?
Oh, I'm fine, alright. How did your first night go?
I had 3 unsold papers. Is that bad? Tio Pedring told me I did good, but I doubt it.
Are you crazy? You did great. I only sold 5 on my first. Want some cigarette?
No thanks.
Then care for some lumpia at Aling Pasing's kainan. I'll pay again.
Of course! I'd like to eat. Nobody rejects libre. Libre is always delicious.
The next day, when Victor was selling his newspapers, he was beaten by a group of street boys. He managed to flee from the terror, but left behind all his newspapers.
I'm sorry, Tio. But some guys beat me on the street. And I've left all my newspapers.
You son of a... Is it that hard to sell newspapers? You owe me a lot. I charged it on your next day's sales. Now piss off. Victor felt miserable. He just lost his father, his mother, and now has nothing to eat. But every cloud has a silver lining, and for Victor, it was Nasho.
Vic, how come you look sad?
Some street boys beat me yesterday. And I left behind all my papers. Now, Tio Pedring was furious at me. And I don't know what to do.
And why are you upset with that kiddo? Is Tio Pedring so important to you that you'd cry over him?
No, not really.
This world is a killjoy, you know. But are you going to let the killjoy ruin the party? You can sit there and be sad, or you can eat with me, and I'll pay for you again.
I'd rather eat your libre, of course.
Care for some cigarette?
No, I think I'll pass.
As Victor spent more days as a newspaper boy, he made friends with vendors, jeepney drivers, policemen, hairdressers, and even with some corporate businessmen. Never did he have to return unsold papers again. Consequently, his Tio Pedring was pleased. Now, this is a good job, Victor. If only you had done this before.
This food is delicious, Tio. Thank you.
How I wish the other boys were like you. Tio Pedring was happy. Victor was happy. And Nasho was happy. What else could Victor wish for, right?
Have I told you how good my life is right now, Parang Nasho? I live at Tio Pedring's house and eat some good food. I sell my newspapers and I have you as my friend. What else could I wish for?
Actually, I say the same things to myself, Victor. Why do others keep searching when they already have more than enough? They feel empty because they think they lack something. We might be poor, but we are happy with what we have. For that, I think we're even richer.
That is some crazy, my friend. Anyway, see you this afternoon. We've got to sell these newspapers, remember? We've got to move now.
The best friends then parted to sell their papers. Unbeknownst to them, it was the last time they'd see each other. Nasho met his death violently. He had been run over by a car while recklessly charging into the street to sell a paper. Victor grieved for his friend, and from that time on, he became even more taciturn and withdrawn. He avoided the boulevard by night, with its motionless ship and swaying trees, and stuck to the well-populated areas. The bar district in the southern part of the city began to attract him, and so he entered with his newspapers. He moved on, roaming the streets, the byways, and darkened alleys of the teeming district. He passed by children his age, scrounging around trash cans, dingy motels where couples went in and out, and other wanderers who slept on the pavement. Victor reported for work the following evening, prepared for anything, but nothing unfortunate happened. And Victor, his last defenses down, leaned forward and warily accepted the cigarette, while around them swirled the life of the city. This city, flush with charity campaigns, where workers received the minimum wage, where millionaire politicians received Holy Communion every Sunday, where mothers taught their sons and daughters the art of begging, where orphans and children from broken homes slept on pavements, and where best friends fell out and betrayed one another.
No comment na po ako dyan.
Hindi, baliktad yun, baliktad. Kabaliktad.
So, magbabago rin po ako, kaya lang hindi po siya ngayon. Kailan? Baka bukas.
Siguro, umiral siguro yung kadimonyo ng aking kamay, gumalaw.
Nagdodroga ka ba, kuya?
Paano masabi?
Hindi, wala na. Finish na.